Aesop Stories. Number 1. Lucy the Lamb's Encounter with Willie the Wolf. Once upon a time, in a peaceful green meadow, there lived a young lamb named Lucy. Lucy was playful and loved exploring. One sunny day, while she was wandering a bit too far from her family, she met Willie the Wolf. Willie was hungry and thought Lucy would make a great meal. But he wanted to seem fair, so he decided to find a reason to make it seem okay to eat Lucy. He approached her and said, "Hey, you little lamb, last year you said mean things about me." Lucy, surprised and scared, replied in a soft voice, "But Mr. Wolf, I wasn't even born last year." Willie, not giving up, said, "Well, you've been eating the grass in my field." Lucy shook her head and said, "No, Mr. Wolf, I only eat the grass near my home. I've never been here before." Willie, getting frustrated, tried again. "Then you must have drunk water from my pond." Lucy looked even more confused and said, "I haven't ever drunk water from your pond. I'm still young, and I only drink milk from my mom." Willie, now realizing Lucy had an answer for everything, decided he didn't need a reason anymore. He said, "Well, I'm hungry and I need to eat." And before Lucy could reply, Willie chased her. Luckily, Lucy was quick and nimble. She ran as fast as she could back to her family. The other sheep saw her coming, and together they scared Willie away. Lucy learned to stay closer to her family after that. And Willie the Wolf learned that sometimes you can't always get what you want, especially if it's not fair or kind. And they all lived happily in the meadow, learning to respect each other's space. Number 2. Benny the Bat's Clever Trick. In a big forest, there lived a smart bat named Benny. Benny loved to fly at night. But one day he wasn't paying attention, and he fell down, right onto the ground. A weasel named Walter saw Benny and ran over to him. Walter didn't like birds at all. When he saw Benny on the ground, he thought, "Aha! A bird I can catch." Benny heard this and quickly said, "Oh no, Walter, I am not a bird, I am a mouse. Look at my furry body." Walter looked closely and said, Okay, you are not a bird. Run along, little mouse." Benny was very happy and flew away as soon as Walter walked away. But luck wasn't on Benny's side, and he fell to the ground again another day. This time another weasel named Wendy found him. Wendy did not like mice one bit. She said, "Yummy, a mouse for my dinner." Benny had to think fast again. He said to Wendy, "Oh, Wendy, I am not a mouse, I am a bat. See my wings?" Wendy looked at him and said, "Oh, I see. You have wings. Go away, bat." Benny flew away quickly and didn't look back. From that day on, Benny was much more careful during his night flights. He also learned how clever it was to use his words to get out of trouble. Benny knew it was wise to change the way he spoke depending on who he was talking to. This way, Benny lived many more happy nights in the forest, and all the animals in the forest learned that Benny the Bat was not just another mouse or bird. He was smart and knew just what to say, no matter what. Number 3. Sammy the Donkey and the Singing Grasshoppers. In a sunny field full of flowers, there lived a donkey named Sammy. Sammy spent his days carrying heavy bags for the farmer and his nights in the quiet barn. He didn't mind his work, but he always wished for something more exciting. One warm afternoon, while resting under a tree, Sammy heard the sweetest music. It was a group of grasshoppers chirping happily in the grass. Their song was so lovely that Sammy felt a great wish to sing just like them. Walking over to the grasshoppers, Sammy asked, "What do you eat to make your song so sweet?" The grasshoppers stopped their chirping and said, "We drink the morning dew, and that's all we need to sing." Sammy thought that if he ate the same food, he could sing like them. So, he decided to drink only the dew like the grasshoppers and not eat his usual food. Days passed, and Sammy drank only dew every morning. But he started to feel weak because dew alone didn't give him the strength he needed to work. Sammy didn't understand why he couldn't sing, and why he felt so tired all the time. Finally, the wise old owl who lived in the tree saw what was happening. He called out to Sammy, "Donkey friend, you need good food to be strong, not just dew. You can't sing like a grasshopper because you're a donkey, and that's okay." Sammy listened to the wise owl and started eating his normal food again. Soon, he felt strong once more. He realized he didn't need to sing like the grasshoppers because he had his own special qualities. The farmer was happy to see Sammy healthy again, and Sammy learned an important lesson. He learned that everyone is different, and it's best to be happy with who you are. Sammy didn't need to sing because his strength and hard work were his own kind of music. And from then on, Sammy enjoyed the grasshoppers' song without wanting to be like them, and the grasshoppers enjoyed Sammy's company just the way he was. Number 4. Leo the Lion and Max the Mouse. In a vast and wild jungle, there was a strong lion named Leo. Leo was known as the king of the jungle, and he was very proud. One sunny day, after a long walk through the jungle, Leo laid down under a tree to take a nap. While Leo was sleeping, a little mouse named Max was exploring the jungle, looking for food. Max was always full of energy and curiosity. Without seeing the sleeping lion, Max accidentally ran right over Leo's nose. Leo woke up with a roar of anger. He saw the tiny mouse on the ground and caught him with his large paw. He was ready to eat Max for disturbing his sleep. Max looked up at Leo with big, scared eyes and said, "Please, Mr. Lion, if you let me go, I promise I'll help you one day." Leo looked at Max and laughed. "How could a little mouse ever help a big lion like me?" he thought. But Leo was feeling kind and let Max go. Not long after, Leo was walking in the jungle when he fell into a trap set by hunters. They tied him up with strong ropes and left him there. Leo tried to get free, but he couldn't. He roared and roared, hoping someone would hear him. Max heard the roar and recognized it. It was Leo. Max ran to the place where Leo was trapped and saw the ropes. Max didn't waste any time. He started to gnaw at the ropes with his sharp little teeth. The ropes were very thick, and it took a lot of hard work. Max kept chewing and chewing, and finally the ropes broke. Leo was free. Leo looked at Max and felt very thankful. "I never thought I would be saved by a little mouse like you," said Leo. Max smiled and said, "Even the smallest friend can be a big help." Leo and Max became the best of friends. Leo learned that kindness is never wasted, and everyone, no matter how small, has something to offer. And Max learned that being brave and helping others feels great, even if you're just a little mouse. From then on, Leo protected Max from any danger in the jungle, and Max made sure Leo never got caught in a trap again. They both lived happily in the jungle, taking care of each other. Number 5. Charlie the charcoal maker and Freddy the fuller. In a small village there was a man named Charlie who made charcoal for a living. He worked hard, and his hands were always covered in black dust. Charlie was a friendly man and liked the idea of having company at his home. One sunny day, Charlie met his old friend Freddy, who was a fuller. A fuller is someone who cleans and whitens clothes. Freddy was always neat and his clothes were spotlessly white. Charlie had an idea. He said to Freddy, "Why don't you come and live with me? We can be great neighbors and save money too." Freddy thought about it for a moment. He looked at his clean white clothes and then at Charlie's black, dusty hands. Freddy knew that the charcoal dust from Charlie's work would make his clean clothes dirty. Freddy said to Charlie, "I think it won't work, my friend. When I make clothes white, the charcoal you make will turn them black again." Charlie was a little sad, but he understood what Freddy meant. They both laughed and agreed that some things are better kept separate. Charlie continued to make his charcoal, and Freddy continued to clean and whiten clothes. They remained good friends and visited each other often, but they kept their homes separate. Charlie and Freddy learned that sometimes friends can be very different, and that's okay. Everyone has their own way of living and working, and it's important to respect that. So, Charlie the charcoal maker and Freddy the fuller lived happily in their village, each doing their own work and enjoying their friendship without living together. And the villagers always had someone to make their fires burn bright and someone to make their clothes clean and white.